Cruiserweight title against former star amateur prize fighter finalist, of course, David Dolan. That's Friday, February the 6th, 10 o'clock on Sky Sports 2. Now to that exciting heavyweight prospect. Goes by the name of Larry Olubamiwo. Didn't turn pro until the day before his 30th birthday. Marked his debut with a one-round knockout. His second win was inside 2 rounds. Takes on Mihai Iftode, faces his 30th pro fight. He's been active of late, so hoping to mark his comeback with a win. Tough matchup for him here, though.
For the first round.
The physically strong and powerfully built heavyweight hope Larry Olubamiwo is back, unbeaten in 2 so far. He's turned late, 30 years old, but he's an interesting addition to the domestic scene as he tackles Mihai Iftode, our visitor from Romania. 18-12, Olubamiwo, who has to take a left hook, southpaw Iftode. He's blitzed his way through his first couple, and he wants to fight badly, Jim.
Yeah, well, 18 stone 12, you're saying, and looking at him, there's not too much there that shouldn't be there. He's very well stripped. He's obviously seen the inside of a gymnasium before. He looks the part, he looks fairly mobile, he looks strong and powerful. I would expect Iftode to know a few survival tricks here. So, Olubamiwo would just want to settle down, just pick his punches. He's just a little bit hot-headed at the moment. A couple of inside distance wins already. Just don't be in too much of a hurry to add to that.
There's not an ounce on him, is there? 18-12, he weighed exactly the same on his pro debut. A win over Vlado Jabo in a round, seeking out the uppercuts and the body shots and the fleshy midriff of Iftode.
Yeah, and they can certainly dig that right hand into the body. Okay, it wasn't quite finding the target, and there's a fair old target there to find. But I like the way he delivers them. Lots of power there. Maybe just wants to settle down and use a bit more boxing technique, if you like. Just start developing a jab. I mean, the size, the weight, the strength and power, develop a jab as well, and he could become a fairly formidable force. That's better, much better.
Yeah, good work from Olubamiwo. And Iftode turns, that's a lovely body shot, whipped in with the right hook, and he tries a couple of uppercuts.
Step right back.
Looks like he's got some idea, Olubamiwo.
I mean, he's taken complete charge, so he just wants to settle down, pick the punches a little bit more, don't be in too much of a hurry. I mean, you can see he's breathing fairly heavily already. That's just down to the fact that the pace is set. But look at the way Iftode was standing off there and gasping for breath. That's the body shots, I think. Oh, lovely.
And again, he's finding the gaps. Iftode, huge gulp of air. This may not last too much longer. He's experienced, the Romanian, in his 30th outing, but Olubamiwo seems to pack a punch.
Yeah, even when he's punching through the guard, Iftode can feel that. That was a rough round for Iftode.
Had a prang. Car off the road? Hey, no worries. In just 2 hours, More Than Car Insurance could get you a free courtesy car till yours gets fixed. In the words of Lionel Richie, it's easy peasy, Lionel Squeezy.
Is wrong, okay? When you need to chop the right uppercut, you need to finish off with the left hook, okay? It's all right you bringing him up with the right hand, but you ain't balanced. That's why the left hook cannot come over. Control yourself, man. Weave, okay?
James Cook, one of the wonderful trainers on the circuit.
Get your balance, okay?
Just wants Olubamiwo to calm down.
When you double
Cook trains on rhythm, doesn't he? He's that sort of a fella.
He's an excellent trainer, so this big fella's in good hands. But he's just putting too much into things. You can hear how heavily he was breathing at the end of the round there. He's just trying to blast this fella out with one hand, with one punch, sorry. But lots of good shots, finding the target, and I think if Iftode wasn't far off thinking of maybe taking a knee once or twice with those body shots, this doesn't have to last much longer if Olubamiwo just settles down.
The red trunks of Larry Olubamiwo, calls himself the War Machine, and he's gone to war on Mihai Iftode. He wants this done in double quick time. Iftode breathing heavily at the end of the first round, and the onslaught continues from Olubamiwo, who only had 8 amateur fights, so he's got to learn quickly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and he looks to be a man in a hurry. He's 30 years of age already, so obviously, although in the heavyweight division, I mean, you can reach your peak well into the 30s, so he does have time, and there's certainly something to work with here.
Blood to the nose of Iftode. Referee Rob Chalmers just taking a closer look. This is very one-sided from Olubamiwo, and down in the blue corner goes Iftode. This is the session that he won his pro debut in 99 seconds. Larry Olubamiwo, he's going to sit this out. Mihai Iftode, it's 3 out of 3, all by knockout for Larry Olubamiwo. We don't know much more than the fact he can hit, he's powerful, and he's exciting.
Yep, and he's athletic as well, which is very important for heavyweights that size. I mean, Iftode, I think, was thinking about taking a knee a couple of times in the opening round. He did it there, and you couldn't blame him. It was one-way traffic. He wasn't competing. And Olubamiwo will get his name eventually. I mean, definitely something to work with. I mean, look at how he strips here. I mean, you can see the strength and power. The way he's built, he delivers the punches properly. He's maybe a little bit wide and a little bit wild, but he was having things pretty much his own way, so you can't really judge how he will be when he's the class is stepped up. But I mean, these punches are well delivered, they're perfectly delivered, and they're thumping punches, and you couldn't really expect Iftode to take too many more of them. The body shots were crippling punches.
100% record for Larry Olubamiwo, and I think he wants this, doesn't he?
My footwork was a bit messy, chin was a bit up in the air. Started to settle down in the first, and can't let myself get carried away. My coach, James Cook, told me in a break to just settle down, get behind my jab, and then when I see the openings, go for it. Kind of went a bit haywire in a second a bit, but then I calmed down again and stuck to the game plan.
3 fights, 3 wins, 3 stoppages. Is there more to your game than just that power?
Most definitely. I mean, there's more to boxing than power. Loads of fighters in the past have shown that. So my aim is just to continue to improve my technique and my stamina, which I've got the best man for the job in James Cook, you know. So.
And your promoter, Frank Maloney, loves a good heavyweight prospect. Is Larry one?
Yeah, I believe he is. I mean, you know, what you said there about the power, well, let's hope he never loses the power, just gains a bit of skill, because people love power in heavyweights, and he's going to be the most exciting heavyweight in Britain.
He's a big lad. There's not an inch of fat on him either, Glenn.
I wouldn't want to pay the shopping bill for him or take him out for a meal. He's massive, isn't he? But, you know, he wasn't just a big lump. He could actually fight a little bit. His movement was good. He was thinking when he was in there. He was looking for different punches. So it'll be good to see, you know, how he progresses. And, you know, we've seen with Valuev, the Russian, who's so big. It's hard to beat those big guys. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see his progress.
Still a bit to work on.
Oh, very much so. He's still very much a novice. He hasn't had many amateur fights, so he can. I was going to say he can grow, but you don't want to grow anymore, do you? He can certainly get a bit better.
Now stand by for an absolute thriller here. Already it's a contender for Fight of the Year. Scott Miller looking for a 7th straight win. He's fast, aggressive.